tell us about the pec tear. How did you do that, and did you get it repaired? Have any surgery or?
Yeah. So I was going to film. I was going to shoot some training video, and I believe North Carolina, South Carolina. I can't remember exactly. I try to block that out. But,
yeah.
I was shooting some video for Muscle and Strength, and I was doing. I'd done a couple of videos that morning, like just kind of like instructional arm stuff. So not really with a lot of working sets. I wasn't worn out or anything, but I probably wasn't hydrating normally. And I had just flown in the night before, so like my food and my water and everything was off, which may have had something to do with it, or it may not. Who knows? But I decided to work up into like a really high rep set. So I've always done like I've done these videos to where like I've done 225 for reps, like against these football players at a challenge, and did like 58 reps.
Wow. At
25. And then one year I did 315 for 36.
Whoa.
So that kind of stuff was always fun to me. I click on it. I was trying to get some. So, and I had done 405 for a set of 22 that was on my Instagram page.
Hang on. Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, I did 405.
405. 4 reps for 22 reps. Sorry, 4 plates for 22 reps on the bench.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So for this video, I was like, oh, I'm feeling really good. I'm definitely going to do like 25 reps with 405 for this video. And I'm like maybe halfway through, like 15 or 18 reps in. And I was like I was being pretty hasty with it. Like I was really firing away at the reps, and it just popped.
Oh.
I mean, I knew it immediately. I had to dump the weight, and but I mean, I just iced it and got back to Tallahassee and went and saw the people at TOC here to do my MRI and things. And I happened to the surgeon that does the pec repairs.
Yeah.
Here in Tallahassee, he does a lot of the Florida State football players.
Mm-hmm.
So he's really familiar with that injury. And he actually played professional football too. He's a wide receiver in the NFL. Mm-hmm. So he like really cares for athletes. So whenever we sat down to talk about it, he talked about whether to do 1 incision or 2, and he was going to do 1 and closer to the armpit. And it was like, usually they just put things back together. But he told me he was really going to take some extra time to they usually don't have to worry about things like symmetry with football players.
Yeah.
But he really, really treated it like, hey, this is your career, so we need to do it right. It took like over 3 hours to do like what's typically a 1-hour surgery. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this guy just did Dr. Roll. He just did an amazing job. And even after the surgery, he was like, man, the tissue looks great. You tore it in an ideal spot. It took a lot of rehab. And apparently there are all these injuries that come after a pec tear. So like, I don't want to say injuries. All these like little nagging pains that interfere with your training. So I've had things like with my bicep that bother me, my tricep for a little while, like the front and back side of my shoulder. Which apparently is like very, very common. You almost can't avoid it. You just kind of have to work around it. So just did a bunch of physical therapy, some Graston therapy. And I mean, I've just been rehabbing this thing. I spend 2 hours of massage every week, and physical therapy still on my shoulder. Yeah. And I think that's why I was able to come back and it not really be distracting, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest, because when you posted, I think it was one of your progress, obviously in the lead up to this year, I looked at the video and I couldn't tell whether it was an old video or a new video, and that's a good thing. Because I was like, I can't even tell. I mean, I had to look I was looking so closely, I couldn't see the I've seen people without rip pecs with a bigger indentation.
Yeah, sure.
You see, you think, have they ripped both their pecs, or have they got? They've got very indented pecs or dominant shoulder, dominant shoulders. But I was like, oh, thank God, because it was like, you're really on my radar in 2019, and I love the shape of your physique and everything, and when you rip your pec, I was just like, oh, please. So you got good surgery. That's a huge thing. I mean, sometimes people just leave it. I know Kevin Navrone back in, was it 93, 93, he had it inserted right into the armpit, and you can't even, like yours, you can't really tell.
Yeah. And that's who I was like, hey, if Kevin can come back from really probably the same exact tear. Because I mean, it was a complete pec major tendon rupture. Like it retracted all the way.
Wow.
It wasn't like it was the pec major tendon, and they just had to pull it from here and put it way back out here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking at Kevin and I'm like, hey, his look. If I can be even close to that, I'll be really happy. Well, it's a pretty similar thing.
I won't say it serves you right for showing off in the gym, but